Hey, good evening all. This is Srini Dadi from Dadi Cryptos. Today is Friday evening. Hope everyone is having a good time. In India, it's Saturday morning, and wherever you are. So let's look at what's going on with the cryptos world, and let's look at what's the pricing and trend, and also learn a little bit about how to trade. Okay, so if you're most of you have seen my site, so this is daddycrypto.com. So that will take you to my Facebook page, which is this one. So as you can see, I have a lot of updates here. So if you're new to this, click on the sign up button. That will take you to Coinbase, and you can get started. So the way you get started is you click on that link, sign up button. It will take you to this app called Coinbase. It will give you this invite. You put in your first name, last name, email, choose a password, and then you'll get an email to your account, and it will tell you how to get started. Okay. So if you sign up with 10 bitcoins, or sorry, $100, you'll get $10 worth of free Bitcoin once you get started. Okay. So that's this button. Okay, like the page, so that way you'll get all the updates that I post on a frequent basis. That's relevant to the Bitcoins and important cryptos. So my contact information is here. Some videos and tutorials, and I do have a separate YouTube channel. I'll put the link here. The YouTube channel is just type in Dadi Cryptos on the YouTube channel, and it'll bring up my. So if you are in YouTube already, so go to YouTube. It should be coming live as we speak. I'm broadcasting on YouTube as well as using that same broadcast on the Facebook. Okay, so just do the same here. So YouTube is still not responding, but okay. I'm not sure what's going on. It's too slow. I'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so here it is. So type in Dadi Crypto, so or Dadi Bitcoin, either one, my last name, and this it will bring you to my YouTube channel. Okay, and do the subscribe. When you subscribe, you get access to my Bitcoins too. So it shows that we are live as we speak, and there are a whole bunch of videos I did, mostly from if you want to know how to get started, you click on this link. It will tell you how to get started. What's the difference between the top coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum? I put all these over several months. So there should be close to about 70 to 80, I think close to 100 videos. Okay, what is Ethereum 101? How to get started? What are the risks? This is what we are doing right now. So as I finish the update, it'll get posted here. Okay, this was the last update I did last weekend on Sunday, and there are several more. Okay, so that's the channel. I'll leave a link here. You should have that link. This is my cryptos donate page, in case you like what you see and you'd like to contribute and donate towards the future videos and future programming. Feel free to do that. So what's going on? There is something called SegWit 2x that's coming in 12 days. If you're totally new, just ignore this. But if you already hold Bitcoins, you probably know what this is and what you need to do next, because most of the exchanges that you hold your Bitcoin with should have sent you an email about what's going on. So basically, within 12 days, if the Bitcoin fork does happen, it's called 2x fork. It's 12 days to go. And if you are an exchange like Coinbase that supports this, you get a free 2x coin if you do hold a Bitcoin. Okay. Hey there. How are you? Yeah. So here's the current pricing, 7129. We'll go to the live one. This was about 10 minutes back. Ethereum at 301, Litecoin at 56. Okay. This is pretty eye chart, but you could see there are a whole bunch of other altcoin cryptos and where they stand. Most of them are in green, which is good. Okay, so if you do have Bittrex, something to note, this exchange, which is based in US, is currently disabling users that reside outside US and also blocking IP addresses in some countries. So if you do have Bittrex and you want to log in maybe in Asia, someplace like maybe India or Dubai or some other place, then Bittrex may not work. Okay, so it doesn't work outside US, and it's been there's a lot of noise about the users outside US. For most current information, check that website. Okay, and if you are from India, the India Bitcoin price, like right now in the US, it's 7,200 roughly. India Bitcoin price is 5 lakhs, so it is 500,000 Indian rupees. This is the first time it ever touched that number. So if you are in India, you can go to Zeppay and to Unocoin. Okay, those are the top two big ones that trade Bitcoin. So like I said, here the BTC is 504, 5 lakhs, and Ethereum is 19,000 Indian rupees, which should be close to the $300 US dollars. Ripple is 1390 Indian rupees, about $14 rupees, which is I think about 19 or 18 cents US. Okay. So this this is a chart that was from the morning. So Bitcoin touched all-time. I mean, all-time is a relative term because it's already beating the previous all-time. So this was a chart when it was all-time yesterday. Okay. So a lot of information that's relevant to this group I keep posting there. There are articles right from I think the past 3 months. Okay. This website has been up for a couple of months now. This article says that Goldman Sachs CEO sees that Bitcoin will play a big role in the new world, meaning into the future. That's a positive news for Bitcoin. This is a chart on the market cap, and what market cap tells us is how much of volumes are getting traded. So this was from earlier in the morning. So Bitcoin as of the morning was 7335 US dollars. Market cap is 122 billion. Right now, Bitcoin is in the top 5 in terms of trading. It's just behind the big ones like Amazon or Facebook and Google and Apple. Okay, if not top 5, it's inching closer to top 5, but it certainly got past the Netflixes and the Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and others. Okay, Ethereum is about 28 billion. Bitcoin Cash is about 11 billion. Ripple 7, Litecoin 2, Dash 2, Neo, and the rest. So the rest are about 50 billion. Bitcoin itself is 122, so about 180 odd billion. So it's pretty big. It could go as high as 500 billion. I'm thinking by end December, early January. Okay. So some more articles that you can look up at the site, Daddy Crypto. If you're on the Facebook, you can just type in Daddy Crypto. It will come from the Facebook page, and you can do the like so you can get all the real-time updates that we post. Okay, so feel free to look up this as you go. If you are a big Bitcoin holder or you're planning to bid Bitcoin, be aware that about this, the price movement is volatile because of this few things. One, let me show you that article. Couple of days back, there is a proposal to have ETF proposals, electronic traded funds. These are the ETFs that are available on the stock exchange. Okay, there is one called GBTC. So if you are having a stock brokerage account, say in TD Ameritrade or someplace, look up GBTC. This is from yesterday or day before, November 1st. Right now, today the price is around 960, so it's going up. So it was around 700. It's going up. So if you want to indirectly invest in Bitcoin through ETFs and through your stocks, you could do that. It's called Bitcoin Investment Trust. The ETF is GBTC. Okay. And Chicago, before that, this article here, it's from, it says that the cryptocurrency market could touch 500 million. This is what I was mentioning earlier. This is just the market he's talking about, not the market cap, I think. But anyway, basically they're saying that it has a good potential to go up. Okay. So look up all these articles. Feel free to browse through. So ZebPay in India, this is Forbes India. He says that, ZebPay, the owner of ZebPay, says that they're reaching reaping the benefits from investing in cryptos. Okay. The 2x mentioning earlier, there is two groups. One of the group wants it, one doesn't. So there's a lot of I would say political battle going on between the two groups. So we'll know more as we get closer. So if you're a Bitcoin holder, just keep looking at what's going on with SegWit and what it means to the price. Okay, so let's go to the Bitcoin pricing. So as you can see, in the past 15, let me do the candle. These things are called candles. Okay, so Bitcoin is currently trading at 7076. It was up close to 73 around 2 p.m. So in the last 4 hours, it's come down a bit. But let's look at the last few days, like since Sunday, right? So, so around Sunday it was 5575, and right now it's, yeah, I mean it is close to 71, but it did touch close to 7475. Okay, so just within the last 5 days, from Sunday till today, each one of these is close to $100. So it or more. I mean, from 555 to all the way till 73. So it's gone up like close to 2,300 this week. So if you just bought the Bitcoin around Sunday at 5,500, you should see a portfolio increase for each Bitcoin by about 2,000, 2,400. Okay. Intraday, within the day, it's come down a bit, but that's okay. Which is good actually, that it's having few corrections and a couple of folks are taking some profits. But if you look, the trend is, although it seems like the trend is lower, but in the bigger picture, the trend there's still upward trend. Okay, as you can see here. So it was around 6,487 on the second, then went up all the way till 7,200, then went till 7,450. Since then, it's been coming down a bit. Okay, so with respect to the highs, it's come down a bit, but overall, within the last say 1 week, it's still, the candles are positive. Okay, will it go higher? It depends on a few factors. One is that SegWit. It's far away. I mean, it's close to November 14th or so, but and today is still the 3rd, so you got more than about close to 10 days. I think it was positive. It was bullish because if you look at these candles, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the daily candles, we are still in the fifth candle. Normally, you would see the candles go up to 10 like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? And then there was a slight pullback till 5,200, and then again it started. There was a slight pullback. So this we should probably count from here. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm expecting it to go up 8 and 9. So potentially it can go up to 7, 7, 7, 8, or even up to 8, and then there could be a correction after that. It could come down maybe a bit, maybe up to closer to like 6 or so after, I would say after the 10th, 11th or 12th, or something like that. Okay, we'll know more, but right now the trend is upward. I think at least for the next 2 days it should go up. Okay, so this is today's candle, and it seems like it's going up. Then there will be one more candle. I expect it to go up here, and then maybe slowly begin to taper a bit. Okay, so that's what's going on with Bitcoin. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum took a big hit with sell-off due to Bitcoin. I would think, as you can see, Ethereum was doing really good till October 12th. And then since then, from the 3, it had its own upgrade. That's when this huge spike happened. If you guys remember, there was a Ethereum upgrade to improve its security and speed and all the good stuff. Once the upgrade happened, it did take a dive till 278. That was probably closer to the 24th, and then since then it's been inching up, and it's around the 307. Then came down again till 285, and in the last day, since yesterday, it's raising, but it's still stuck around the 300. And if you look at Ethereum's average pricing, it seems like this is where the sweet spot is, 298 to 300. Now, I think I'll explain what I meant by BTC. So if you look at, there's a pair called Ethereum BTC pair. So most of the folks will be buying or trading between Ethereum and BTC using this Ethereum and using this Ethereum slash. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the camera for the viewers. Give me a moment. Yep. So the ETH BTC pair was high, meaning that Ethereum was pretty high till this point. But the ratio of Ethereum to Bitcoin But as Bitcoin started to raise, this value is coming down, the ratio between the two. And right now it's 0.04. So Ethereum is 0.04 of Bitcoin. At one point, when Bitcoin was probably around 3,000 and Ethereum was around 200, the ratio was like 0.07. So it literally halved. Okay. Like I said, in the last day or so, you can see the green candle. Ethereum is trying to come back up, but it's got a beating, meaning the funds got diverted from Ethereum to a Bitcoin in the last month or so. I've been holding Ethereum. Probably I've been experiencing this real time. Okay. Then let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin daily candle. Litecoin is right now at close to 54. It's around 55.34. Again, Litecoin is also averaging around this 55, 54, 55. If you look at the past, I would say since where is this? Since October 19th, it's not done much. It's around this 54, 55. At one point, Litecoin was pretty high. When Bitcoin hit 5,500, Litecoin was around 82. So those of you old Litecoin holders would have experienced this fall. Wasn't pretty. So Litecoin came down all the way from 81 in September 7th to as low as 45. Okay, it did come back up a bit to 55, but it never recovered from there, except for a small part here when Bitcoin was trading at its next highs. Litecoin also went up to 67, but then again came down. So again, I think I'll show you the next one, which is the Litecoin Bitcoin ratio. If you look at Litecoin Bitcoin ratio, it makes sense that it was falling because September 7th, when Litecoin was 80, it was 0.01 of Bitcoin. Okay, right now, Litecoin is 0.007 of, so it's come down drastically, as you can see, because the funds either got moved to Bitcoin as Bitcoin was going parabolic, or it got also moved not just to Bitcoin, but also probably to other altcoins. But most likely it moved to Bitcoin. Okay. So Litecoin current today's it started the day at 56 and right now around 55. So it lost about 10. This shows gain because it looks at the past 24 hours, but since morning 6 p.m. it lost $1, which is more than close to 10%. Okay, that's because let's go to Bitcoin. That's because it seems like everyone is going into Bitcoin because of the price uptrend that's going on with Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is where all the action is. It has been hitting all-time highs literally every day since the beginning of the week. It's breaking its own records. So let's look at this the month, the beginning of the month in the last 4 days. As you can see, at 6.5 went up to close to 7.5, like $1,000 jump in 3 days. Came down a bit. Right now around 70. Okay. So some of you have asked, again, this is more geared towards the US based folks. I'm in what is called as GDAX. Okay, as you can see. And if you do have accounts in GDAX, you can do GDAX is yeah, let me show you this. So for newcomers, when you start off, you sign up, you go with Coinbase, okay, to get started, because you need to transfer the funds first from either your bank or your So you put in your information here and get started. Coinbase is like the very simple, straightforward. You put in your credit card, you get started right away. Depending on how much credit they give you, you buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin you can buy in any. The lowest you can buy is 0.01, which is roughly about 600. Right now it's about $750. So you sign in and boom, you just press that, you're done. Okay. Bitcoin is the next. GDX is the next version, higher version. As you can see, you got all kinds of screens. Coinbase doesn't have much. All you have is buy and sell button. Okay, for all the three, you don't have all these pretty graphs or order books or trading history or anything. So GDX is for a little more advanced users. Coinbase, if you're just interested in buying one or a little bit of coin and just hold it, that's good enough. But if you want to do much more, then you come in, you use the same user ID password of Coinbase because they belong to the same company. You can transfer your funds from Coinbase to GDX, and then you can trade any one of these. So I'll explain this in a moment. These are called market sizes. As we see, this is live trading. Okay. So the greens are folks who are buying. So the buy price is 706052. The sell price is right now 706053. The spread between the buy and sell is it's 1/10 of a cent. Okay, it's 0.01 cent. So when you see these bigger numbers, that means folks want to sell here at a higher rate at 70.70, and obviously the buy guys want to buy at the lowest cost. That's why they are at 70.60. So if you, and this is the trading history, this end. If you look on this end, this is real time how much is getting traded. So we are in the Pacific time zone. I live in the California near the Newport Beach. So that's the time here. And as you can see, it is now selling at 70.70. And these are the trades that is going on. As you can see, a lot of people think that you got to buy a one full Bitcoin and it's so expensive. I don't have $7,000. No. So the minimum amount is 0.01. So as you can see, some trades, this is I would say if you're a new trader, trade, it starts with 0.01. Okay. So 0.01 is roughly about $75. So these trades are roughly $70, $80. This 0.014 is about $100. So if you start off with 100, you can get started with Bitcoin. Okay. So imagine you bought on November 2nd, and it was 6,500 here. Your $100 on yesterday evening would have been $150, right? And right now it will be $130. So so you don't necessarily have to get started with $7,070 or $10,000. Okay, and there's a lot of confusion on how much money to start with. I think you can start with $100. Same goes to Litecoin. So if you have $100, you you can buy two Litecoins and it will cost 155 times 200, 110. Okay, so it's pretty inexpensive to trade. The commission it charges, I'll explain that in a moment. If you do the market, it will charge 1.5%. I think it's 1.49, but rounding it off is 1.5. What that means is if your trade costs you $1,000, then the fee is 1.5% of $1,000, which is about $10. Okay, if you do it in market, sometimes they charge less. It's called if you're a market mover and all that. I'm talking about the max, but sometimes the fee is as low as 0.5 or even 0.25. Okay, so it's not. It's significant if you do a market of say 10 bitcoins, then every bitcoin you'll probably see a $20 or $18 charge. Okay, but in the grand scheme of things, if you're doing 1,000, 2,000, it's not a big deal. So the way you do is, say you're buying, you can say I want to buy Let's go to Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not signed in. Okay, I'm just doing a little demo. So once you sign in, it'll show you how much money you have. GDX, you got to have either you got to start someplace. So you should already have some funds in GDX by now, or that's why I said you get started with first with Coinbase, get your first coin in, then you can connect to your bank account, then you can transfer the money between your bank account and GDX. So let us assume that you got your $100 from the bank. Okay, now you want to buy Bitcoin. Right now Bitcoin is trading at 70.70. You see that? Okay, so 70.70, I want to buy Bitcoin. You come in, you sign in, then they put in $1,000 here. Okay, so when you put in $1,000 here, it shows that $1,000 right now will get you 0.0141 Bitcoin. Okay, so basically it's dividing 7084 divided by 1,000, or sorry, 1,000 divided by that comes to 0.14. Okay, so when you do the buy, again I'm not logged in, so it won't do anything much. It'll buy immediately at the market price. Okay, so there's a different, and it'll charge the commission, and like I said, the commission for $1,000, and I've seen it to be as low as $3 or $4. Okay, not a big deal. But if the price is good, for example, the way to trade is if the price is here and it's coming down, this is called the resistance level. Okay, so I'm going into the trading now. This is called the resistance level. It's highly unlikely that it will fall below this level. So if you're buying at 7023, you bought at a good price. Right now it's 7089, which is here. So it's still a good price because it came down from 7420 within the last couple of hours. So it's very likely that it will go up because it's already at its resistance level. But say you have decided that you buy only at 7010, then that you can do that. It's called limit. So the way you do that is you set your price. You say I want to buy 0.14 Bitcoin because you know that's equal to $1,000. Okay, and then you set your price. So it is 7091. I'd say I'll buy Bitcoin only at 7050. Okay, so here it shows that it will cost you 989. Okay, for this 14. Earlier it was 141. So when you do 141, it is 966. And when you press buy, there won't be, because right now it's 7091. You put the buy, it will be in the queue. It will wait till it touches 7050, and it will give you this 0.141. Your transaction will get recorded here when it touches 7050. Then you don't have to pay the $3 which I talked about. Okay, this feature is called limit. If you are familiar with the stock trading, it's the same concept. Okay. So if you're not into trading and you just want to buy small amounts here and there, and you want to buy at your own price, there's no guarantee it will buy. Okay. If a limit is set as 7050 and it's trading at 7091, there's no guarantee it will come down. If it does come down, and the problem with limit is, say you set it at 7050, it'll buy it at that, although it may go down till 7010. Okay, so there are two ways to address this: either wait, buy at 7010 and pay the market, or you set it and you don't pay the commission. It's very difficult to buy at the lowest because it stays in the lowest for a few seconds. Okay, so that's kind of trading 101. Some of you have asked if I'm selling, how to sell. So it's same concept. Limit is the same. So in this case, I'm assuming that I have this much Bitcoin already available. So 1.41, and I say I want to sell. Now this time I don't want to sell at the lower cost. Right now it's at 7091, so I want to sell when it touches 7095. Okay, and I set the limit, and it's telling me that once it sells it, I'll get 1002.90 cents to my account. So I put the sell order. It will put it in the queue. Whenever it touches, I'll show you a 1 minute candle. So right now it's going up, as you can see. So say, let us assume we bought here. If you were lucky, we bought at 7060, and it's going up. So when it's already at 91, when it touches 95 and it goes beyond, it will sell it off at 95. Make sense? Stop is similar concept. You put in, say you hold that same 0.141, and you say you want to minimize losses. You say when it touches 7,000, no matter what, I want to sell it off. So you do a stop sell, meaning it'll sell whatever bitcoins you have when at the moment it touches 7,000. It's similar to limit, but it's a stop sell. Same goes to stop buy. Okay, you put a buy max price. For that max price, it'll do, and it'll go from there. Okay. So let's look at some trending. Let's do some trending analysis for my more frequently traded Bitcoin trends. There are quite a few that follow me that do active trading. So let's see what is in store here. So there are better tools to do, but I'm keeping it very simple. So starting this day, this was when Jamie Dimon and the China scare, and everyone scared the heck out of everyone that was talking about Bitcoin. So it crashed from roughly, I can go back, but this one only shows one day. So I can't go beyond September 7th. So it came down all the way to 3,000. Okay. Say this was the lowest for quite a few months. And after all the scares, people realized that didn't matter. All this Chinese scare and all the Wall Street folks scaring everyone, that Bitcoin was FUD. There was some good amount of buying, and I'm thinking the same people who scared started buying and accumulating Bitcoins at this levels. And then, as you can see, for the period of 1 month, a little over 1 month, from September 21st, all the way till now, gone up like more than doubled from 3,600 to 7,200, which is exactly double. Okay, this is called parabolic movement, meaning it takes this form. It's not a straight line. I don't know if I can go, but maybe I'll do a different video with a different tool set so you can see what I mean. Okay, maybe I can do it right now. So I use TradingView. Okay, so in TradingView, the charts are really bear with me. Slow. Okay, so I'll do BTC, USD, BTC with USD. Okay. So in here, I'll open what is called as interactive chart. So I can drill down. Okay, this is pretty slick tool. So as this comes up, okay. So this this is a cool chart. I do take screenshots pretty frequently and put it on my live blog, thedaddycrypto.com. So whatever I feel is useful for those of you that are into Bitcoin or plan to be into Bitcoin. So with this tool, I can do a lot more than what I did with the previous one. I can go as much as by month. Okay. So when I talked about parabolic charting, this is what I meant. So Bitcoin, there's not much data before 2011. So it was close to zero. Okay. It was like $20, $30. So that's why the joke is in till 2012, you could buy a pizza with Bitcoin because it was around this from below $20. Okay. And after the I think in late 13, this was the initial highs. It went up to 1500, then came down during the 14s and 15s, and it was close to $300. So ever since I was aware of it, all of 16s, 15 and 16, it was $300-400. Okay. I was also doing a lot of research on that, but there was all bad press on Bitcoin, and I decided not to. Although I had an account, I didn't buy or didn't trade till the beginning of the year, which is 2017. I started Bitcoin around this time, and it was 700, and I thought that was high at that time because there was no future data; it was only past. So I said, "Wow, it went up from 300 to 700." But then I did a lot of research, and with the technology background, this is the future. So I said, let me at least invest in the technology. May not be from a trading standpoint, but on the blockchain technology. And Bitcoin is the largest blockchain in the world, public blockchain. Okay, there's no better blockchain than Bitcoin. So that's why I started investing more from a trading, not from a trading standpoint, but more from a technology standpoint. So if you are on my social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn, you'll see me posting a lot of articles, technology articles on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, how they all work, and what's the future of these. Okay. So as you can see, every week, okay, this was the highest it touched, and then there was scare in middle of September. In the grand scheme of things, this was just a blip. Okay. And then again, it started all the way, and right now we are here. So it touched this level. Okay. So this is the full curve. That's why I keep calling it parabolic. It's not a straight line. The reason it does is Bitcoin, there are only 21 million Bitcoins. Okay. The Bitcoin has, I'll show you this website called Coin. Coin market cap. Okay. Coin market cap tells us what is the market, and I take some of this data and put on my links to on my site. So Bitcoin, there are, what this tells us, there are 16 million Bitcoins in circulation, meaning they're either getting created or they already mined and it's been held by investors or people around the world. Okay, so the max Bitcoins that will ever come is 21 million. Okay, so there's only 5 million Bitcoins left, and number of people that are into Bitcoin is probably less than this number, 16 million. Okay, maybe max like 20 million across the world. I'm not talking about US. So right now we can say each person has one Bitcoin. Okay, but the population of the world is 7 billion. So even if one, say 5% of people are interested in Bitcoin, then there are no Bitcoins left. Okay, so they got to buy in fractions. That's why this Bitcoin has 10 digits, and each one of the digit is called Satoshi. So maybe next year onwards, a 0.05 Bitcoin will be $2,000 because it will go up. It will go up. If everything works out the way it does, then it should be close to 20,000 end of next year, 2018. Okay. So the market cap is close to 120 billion, and the price is 7123. The next closest is Ethereum, with market cap of close to 28 billion, price 295. And Ethereum, there are a lot more Ethereums, 95 million. That's close to 100 million or more. Okay, so that's why it's supply and demand. There's more supply of Ethereum. Litecoin, oh my God, there are like 1 billion Litecoins. That's why this guy is trading in cents. It's still at 20 cents. Okay. Sorry, this is Ripple, not Litecoin. So there are 1 billion Ripples, and Ripple is trading at 20 cents. Litecoin, as I understand, there are 100 million. So right now, 53 million are in circulation, and halfway there, and it's 55. Okay, I won't go into the altcoins. We'll do a separate video on that. Today, I want to focus more on Bitcoin. So this is the market capitalization of Bitcoin right now is more than Morgan Stanley or Netflix and Goldman Sachs. Okay, it's behind the top 5 or 6 largest companies in the world. So back to this guy. Let's look at the trend. So I'll do a 15-minute trend. Maybe I'll do 1 hour. Okay. So this 1 hour, I'll do the training there. So let me. So the line here, when I draw, okay. So I need to just put this here. Okay. Get rid of this guy. And I'll get rid of this guy. Okay. So let me bring this. Maybe I should do more than 1 hour. 2 hours. No. 45 minutes. Okay. Basically, what I was planning to show was if I extrapolate this, a lot of you have asked how to know where it would go. So this is the trend upwards. Okay. Then I'll draw one more line that will probably show the trend down. Okay. Okay. Come on. So we are here on the 4th, and so right now it touched the peak. It's come down, and it's trying to go back up. Okay. So when I draw the support line of where the support levels are, I'll draw from here of the lowest lows. The support line goes this way. Okay. So probably here. So when the highs came, it came to the support line. The next high It was within the support line. Then it went up all the way, came down till the support line. Support means where people are willing to buy it back. Okay, there are enough investors that don't want it to fall below a certain level. Again, they buy it back here. It went and touched this high. It came down, and now it's going up. So technically, it should trace forth, right? If there is a upward movement further, it should go and hit. Let me see if I can pull this down. Done this chart recently, so I'm guessing it should by 5th it should like it will go. I'll draw the line. Okay. Okay. Let me draw one more line. I'll draw a pointer. Okay. So technically it should slowly go this way. It should touch. Maybe it's close to 7,800 or close to 8, and then should come down from all the way down to probably around 665. Let me see. Sorry about this. Let me try to get a better view of this. Okay. So here you can see it should go this way to here. 7,600, 7,700 by 5th. Then if it comes down, then up to 7.4, then again go up till 8 or so, and then finally come down. I'll draw a separate one as we get closer. For now, I think suffice to say that the trending is upward from what I can see. Again, this is not a financial advice for you to buy or sell. I'm just going with the technical charts that I'm seeing right now, because it has potential to go up. Okay. So let's go back and see the latest prices right now. So I'm back to the one. So this is what I was referring. As you can see, these are positive candles. So I can see this candle to be positive. And if I count the candles right from here, so we are in one. Actually, I should be counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are on the 7th candle. I'd expect the 8th to be here, higher, 7, 7, and the 9th to be here, close to 8,000. And then I would expect the 10th to come down, 7, maybe 7, 3, 7, 4. Then the 11th, I would expect. I'm into the future now. I'm talking about probably close to the 8th or 10th. It to come down to probably around 7. Okay. And then on the 14th, you have the fork. The fork determines whether it zooms up and or it comes down. Okay. So we'll do a more detailed one as we get closer to the fork. Okay. So let's look at quickly at Ethereum. Ethereum trying to inch back today. It was in the 286 this morning. Right now, it did go up to 305, 306. It came down. I think this is kind of the sweet spot for Ethereum, around the 300 for the next 1 week, at least till the 10th, 11th. If the fork, depending on what fork goes on, if Bitcoin comes or takes off, then probably this will be lower, but if it comes down a bit, so cools off, then Ethereum is the one that may go up by a few points. Okay. Same goes to Litecoin. Like I said, Litecoin is just trading between 53 till 56 in this $2 range. Okay, $2 is a big number for Litecoin because it's lower price, right? So so a dollar or two, but Litecoin people have tons, meaning you're talking of hundreds of Litecoins. Okay, Bitcoin, one Bitcoin is equal to how many? 70 Litecoins, right? Or no, 120 Litecoins. So yeah, we can do that conversion. It's 0.007. 0.007 Bitcoin is one Litecoin. So it's pretty big number. Okay. The trend for Litecoin is lower. Okay, this is a good way of looking at the trends with respect to the big player, which is Bitcoin. Trend for Ethereum was positive. Okay, meaning Ethereum was going higher than Bitcoin between September 14th and September 21st. Since September 21st, Ethereum is losing to Bitcoin. Okay, there was a spike here, but I think the spike of Ethereum was greater than Bitcoin. That's why you see the positive trend, and since then again it is lower. Right now, with today's jump from 298 to 305, you see the green here because the percentage of gain of Ethereum is higher than Bitcoin. Make sense? Okay, so I think that's it for now. So if you have any questions, want to get started, feel free to reach out to me. You can message me on my Daddy Crypto. You can sign up with the sign up button, do the like, so you get all your latest updates that I post every day today. And also have tons of YouTube videos. There are a number of YouTube videos on Bitcoin, but I'm trying to customize and make it simple to the folks that are looking at Bitcoin not from just trading, but more from technology and what's coming. Okay. So with that said, I will call it today, and we'll go from here. Okay. See ya.